How did you become Savitar?
Savitar is a version of Barry from the future. He remembers everything that Barry does.
What if Barry can't remember what we're doing now?
Do you want to mess with his brain?
Just a little bit. I want to stop you from making new memories.
Let's do it.
Who are all of you? Oh, my lord.
Cisco.
Slight
Where
miscalculation.
the hell am I? Is this a dentist office?
The Flash, all new this Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on the CW.
Welcome to Nerdgasm, everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the Flash promo for episode 21, but the truth is there's not really a lot to talk about. So we're going to talk about exactly how Barry ended up turning into Savitar. Alright, so who didn't love the fact that they combined both the Savitar and the new 52 Future Flash storylines to create this new speedster villain? I love it, because technically Barry is now the fastest man alive, isn't he? It's not the Barry we know and try to support, but loopholes, speed force, multiverse, yada yada. Point is, he's now technically the fastest man alive. With this new episode, they're going to try and make the Future Flash lose his advantage over the team by wiping Barry's memories for a little while. But of course, something goes wrong and hilarious hijinks will occur. Oh my god, is this a dentist office? Oh, so crazy, I'm the Flash. Like, we get it. 3 episodes left and you're going to have 40 minutes of him trying to regain his memories. Just, please don't make it 40 minutes. Honestly, I don't think any of that's going to work anyway, because Savitar's going to be laughing his ass off the entire episode. The Philosopher's Stone seems like it's going to be the reason for a lot of ridiculousness when it comes to future Barry. The only other really good thing we get from this promo is Savitar matching Barry's lightning throw, which is going to be hilarious when I see it because I know it's going to knock the Flash down. And we clearly see that the suit runs on batteries at one point because there are no lights on this suit. Do you see this? Why the fuck are his lights off? Is he trying to trick the Flash and be like, nobody's home? Now we know that Savitar is future Barry, but we don't know from what point in time. From the look of him, he doesn't look like he's that much older than 2024 Barry. Possibly just a few years. I don't see it being that close to when present Barry left them in the last episode. I mean, come on, everyone was all happy and yay, Team Flash, we could do it. Emo Barry was gonna get his shit together and he was gonna put Team Flash back together and he was gonna make Central City safe again. So if this is that version of future Barry, then clearly some new villain showed up and pushed Barry just like Savitar did. It's possible that someone might have killed Joe and the rest of Team Flash, so Barry just completely loses his shit and decides to become Savitar. We know that Barry has that slimy ass looking scar on his face. But it's not just fire that could have done that. Killer Frost could have actually done that as well. Seeing as how her ice can go below sub-zero, and she doesn't actually freeze things, she removes the heat from objects, causing them to freeze over. If you guys don't know, then it's possible to actually freeze things so bad that it actually burns you. So it's possible that Killer Frost is the one who scarred Barry and killed the team in the future. She had this whole work relationship with Savitar. So what if Savitar needed to make sure that she would do her part to make sure that he came into existence? At this point, we know the reason that Savitar is going through all of this is because he needs to make sure his own existence is safe. And you never know, maybe he had Killer Frost set his transformation in motion. The other thing is that he has the Philosopher's Stone, so he's clearly playing with a different set of rules than what we know. He's like on some next level shit. He can do things that even with the Speed Force, like, oh, okay, the Speed Force is the reason. The freaking Philosopher's Stone is like the next level bullshit. Savitar was supposed to be some speedster who traveled to different Earths and destroyed them, right? At least that's what Jay Garrick made it sound like. Now we clearly know that he didn't know shit, and he knew just as much as we did at that point in time. He even tells us that you had to grow strong enough just to have Savitar challenge you. And where did he hear this? Is he lying because he really knows what's going to happen and he doesn't want to ruin the timeline? The only thing that was true about what Jay said is that when Savitar shows up, he sends someone to prepare for his arrival. That would be Julian as Dr. Alchemy, and that person has the Philosopher's Stone. Like I said earlier, there are different reasons why future Barry could have gotten the scar. Something could have happened with his speed, and when he was running, it just started burning him. He may have lost his powers again. Maybe the Speed Force wasn't as generous as the first time, so they didn't have his back. Because we all know from that one episode, the Speed Force was like, listen, Barry, you need to stop being like this huge-ass fuckboy and just dicking with time, because it's getting annoying. It's getting annoying. So maybe they just didn't have his back again. They didn't give him his speed back. Or maybe they even took his speed. Whatever the reason, if he lost his speed, this could have been the reason that Team Flash got killed, so he ends up finding the Philosopher's Stone, and he uses it to get his speed back, becoming Savitar. I mean, if it's not Killer Frost setting things in motion, and if it's not some kind of super speed accident that gave him that Prince Zuko-looking ass scar, then I don't know what it was. But clearly, it was part of the incident that drove him to become Savitar. Now, on the off chance that this is not the future Barry Allen from the future that we saw last episode, and this is some kind of timeline that goes off on a tangent, then we have a whole new ballgame. It's possible that this future Barry is from a different timeline that experienced everything that this Barry is experiencing, and something was different, leading him to becoming Savitar and losing Iris and losing the team. He could be taking out his rage on countless different timelines just to have all the other Barrys end up becoming Savitar. He has the Philosopher's Stone. Like I said, whole new level of bullshit. He could be traveling to different timelines instead of different Earths. And then we have this crazy loop that never ends of Savitars just being created. It's weird, it's crazy, but we've seen timelines changed, get erased, the whole shebang. I mean, the entire future we saw in episode 19 pretty much doesn't exist anymore because Barry figured out who Savitar is now, and Cisco still has his hands. Also, do you guys remember season 1 when we saw Future Flash for the first time and he was like, Barry, don't do it. Don't save your mom. Don't fuck with the time. Like, just stop, all right? It has to happen. Let it happen. Anyone ever wonder what the heck happened to that guy? Where that Future Flash went? The non-emo Future Flash? He's dead. His timeline was completely erased because of what happened at the end of season 2. Maybe he became Savitar. Maybe that version of Future Barry became Savitar and he was protected because he was in the Speed Force. Technically, it wouldn't be that far-fetched because he is a future version of Barry. He could still have the memories of the original past Barry. So now he's going around and he's killing because he's pissed off that he lost Iris because that Barry dicked with the timeline. But that's the problem with this thing, is that there's so many different timelines constantly being created. Things are always changing. I mean, it took them less than one episode to just completely change the timeline. Come on. And we've seen the Speed Force protect people from being erased from time already. So with the Philosopher's Stone, is it crazy to think that even if the Speed Force knew he was there and they sent Black Flash to get him, or time rates or whatever, that he couldn't be surviving with the Philosopher's Stone? All I'm saying is when you throw the Philosopher's Stone into the mix, it doesn't sound crazy that anything could happen. He could be from a different timeline. It could be the Barry that we saw from season 1 and just, he's pissed. It could be a Flashpoint Barry. Maybe Flashpoint finally got erased like it should have been. And that Barry's mad because he had a mom and a dad and all that stuff, and now they're gone. But that's just my theory on exactly who this future Barry is. Either a future version of the 2024 Barry that we saw, and more horrible things happen to him, so he becomes Savitar, or it's the future Flash from season 1 that got erased because Barry jacked up in season 2. Let me know in the comment section below what version of the future Barry you guys think this is, how he ended up becoming Savitar. Do you think he's going to have his memory gone the entire episode next episode? And do you think it's even going to work, seeing as how Savitar has the ridiculousness of the Philosopher's Stone to keep protecting him? If you're brand new, hit the subscribe button, stick around, hang out with these awesome people. Thank you guys for the support. I love you guys so much for everything you've done for this channel. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.